guys, we've experienced our first hiccup. The alternator's not working. It's a 12.2. So I've been driving for like the last 10 miles without an alternator just to get here. We're on the turnpike. So I'm gonna deal with this. I'm gonna get dressed warm and go figure out what the hell is going on. All right, we found the issue. Luckily, this will be an easy fix. So just as I suspected, if you come down here and you see the two wires on the alternator, you can see that one of them came out. So, easy fix. Looks like it just corroded out, so I'm gonna throw a terminal on that and hopefully this thing runs good afterwards. All right, moment of truth. I'm turning the heat on, I don't even care if it works, but the heat's coming on. Whew! Now, would you look at that, 15 volts. So, I was right. I'm warm. Just cleaning my stuff up now. Put that back in the box over there. 15 volts. So that wire was all it was to fix it. So luckily I carry everything that I should right here. So I'll throw this back in. And then we'll keep on rolling. Also, we got the fire extinguisher moved. I was half tempted to fire the generator up, get some heat, but other than that, no big deal. I like having this thing. I just bought this. This thing's nice. There we go. And then that'll just tuck nicely under the seat. Like I said, that just tucks nice and neat under the seat. All right, picking up number 2. We were having a couple issues, so I'm gonna raise this ball quick. I had to put a jump pack on it, but probably do a walk around on this later. It is a 36-foot bumper pull. This is why you want a dually. So we got the issue with the alternator fixed, like I said, this morning. So we're gonna get the keys to pull that off and go from there. So we'll have this thing dropped in a second. All right, so I know I haven't been asked this before, but I'm doing 62 miles an hour right now, and I'm in 6th gear. This is not a small camper. EGTs are about 950, coolant temp about 185. Now it's gonna come up, we're climbing a hill, so it's like 20 pounds of boost. Right now it's 25 with 1,000 on the EGTs. But I will haul in this thing in 6th gear all day. Like, I don't know. Seems to be like that's not the normal. People tell me that they stay in 5th, but I don't know. I've never had a problem with 6th. Even with the 35s, like, it actually does pretty decent. So I have about 7 hours and 15 minutes right there. And yeah, unfortunately we're not gonna be able to drop today. I wanted to drop today and also pick up today in PA because I have plenty of my clock left. But that doesn't look like it's gonna happen because it's a port, so that kind of sucks. But I mean, it is what it is. All right, so it is a 70-mile-an-hour zone. We're doing 71 right now at 25 pounds of boost and 900 on the EGTs. So we did check the miles this morning, and before I tell you what I got on an empty run, I want to let you know I high idled for about 3.5 hours this morning after I filled up. And when I'm empty, I'm averaging 70 to 75 miles an hour. And we also have mud tires, which will be going as soon as they wear down, obviously. But according to the ticket this morning, it was like 12.96 miles per gallon. You know, I mean, that's pretty terrible, I'm not gonna lie. Once the tires go and we fix this wastegate actuator, the mileage should go up a tremendous amount. But until then, I'm not worried about it. And I'm kind of curious on how 3.5 hours of high idling affected that as well. Maybe we lost a mile per gallon or 2 or 3. So, I mean, that could play a huge variable in it. Other than that, we're cruising, 71, no issues. All right, so the New Mexico run, we moved to another driver, and then I'm going to be heading back to Ohio tomorrow, so I just want to let you guys know, no long haul this week. It doesn't really fit into the schedule, which it worked out perfectly. I would have done it regardless, but he had another driver that was able to cover it, so we're going to be going back to Ohio, picking a fifth wheel up, and bringing it out to Maryland. Now, I'm about 2 hours, 46 minutes out, and this is the second time I've blown this boot, so I'm gonna get dressed, get warm, and fix a boost leak because my boost gauge line keeps blowing off of it, which that's not the gauge's fault. I'll give it that one. This one's my fault when we were messing with the VGT, but so it just keeps popping itself out, so I need to take care of that now. I can't drive without the boost gauge because I have to keep my throttle off of it. Anything over half throttle, or even sometimes less than that, and it's going well over 35 pounds of boost, and I don't have head studs, so I'm gonna get that taken care of now. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys right here. That guy right in there keeps pulling itself out. So what I'm gonna do is probably end up getting rid of that T if I can, and then just putting the fitting back into the side there so we can get rid of all that. So you can see down there, we got it taken care of. I took some of the old vacuum line and like cut a slit in it so that the line itself is not rubbing on the P-pump. So that's why that's there. But other than that, that is tight. Hopefully we don't blow any more lines out, and that gets rid of that whole confuckery over there. So, all right, so I'm gonna show this just once. We're doing 40 miles an hour up this big hill, and the only thing limiting me now, usually the EGTs on the common rail was limiting me. What's limiting me now is the boost. So that's the issue that I'm having. But other than that, I'm gonna tell you that this truck with this new motor pulls night and day better than the common rail ever did. So I don't think I'm ever gonna go back to a common rail because this thing is, I am super happy with it. Now it just needs an exhaust brake and some head studs so I can really start throwing the boost up. So my point is that the boost being what's limiting me, I'm not even at half throttle right now. Not even close. Well, I mean, I'm close, but I'm not even on half throttle, and I gotta keep letting off because I don't want it to get over 30, but I'll let it get to a 35 occasionally, but I really don't want to push it that hard. So it's annoying. It's really annoying. I just need a wastegate actuator. So we're climbing a hill now. I'm at like 32 pounds of boost, 69 miles an hour. This thing pulls very well in 6th gear compared to 5th. Like, it has so much more power down low than it does up top. So, like, usually I downshift into 5th gear to like pull these grades in the common rail. This thing is just eating the hill. Like 67 miles an hour, I'm limited to my throttle with the boost. But other than that, like, EGTs are under control. I mean, you can see it back there, it's a 36 footer, so. Well, I said I was gonna do it, so I'm actually doing it. We're doing the thermostat, putting the 195 in, and I resealed that guy right there, so new seals and everything. Probably gonna reseal that guy up there too, and then hopefully this is all good. Doing a thermostat in the middle of a lot. Alright, so we started rolling. They're waiting on the broker to contact us now because I guess we need a TWIC card. I need to get on that. Other than that, from doing the thermostat last night, you can see I'm idling at 186 degrees instead of 167. Thing has consistent heat now going down the highway, which is fucking awesome because this whole trip, the last 2 weeks, it's been nothing but cold air once you start getting on the highway. So you can imagine my frustration when it's like nighttime and it's 12 degrees, 10 degrees outside. So, I'm tired, but we're just sitting here waiting. So, other driver for the other load is up, further up, parked, because there was 2 of these, and then I'm going back and grabbing another one, I guess, tomorrow. These port drop-offs are a pain in the ass, so I guess we gotta take these off. Oof. There we go. It's all strapped. Fuck this. So something I didn't mention beforehand when I was running, you know, before, every time that I would decel, like I'd go down a hill with a trailer on the back, the truck would go into limp mode if I let off the throttle. So I'm kind of relieved that that's not an issue anymore, and that's not even possible to happen anymore with this new engine. So I'm super happy about that. Then it just would have no power. You'd have to turn it off, clear the code, start it back up, and keep going. So not doing that anymore. Well, hurry up and wait. Trucking 101. I don't know that I'm supposed to be filming in here, but oh man, it's kind of neat. So I guess they go to lunch at 11:30. It's 11:34. We got in and everything, and now we're just sitting. So I guess we'll be sitting here till 12:30, ticking down that logbook. Might go home tonight, sleep in an actual bed. Maybe not, because I might just leave early in the morning. I don't know. Hopefully, I'm about 2 hours from home, so I might try to make that trip quick, and then we'll be headed back out. But yeah, not too bad. Tow truck over there. It's kind of cool, but it's nicer if they keep us moving. I guess we were close enough to PA that I decided just to come home for the night, and then I'm going to be headed to Ohio tomorrow, grab another one, take it back out to the port tomorrow. So that'll be good. That's another little bit of money in our pocket. Getting closer to be doing this full time and going out. The run to New Mexico, like I said, would be covered from another driver. So there's that. I did go and get the vinyl, the labels thrown on the side of the truck finally. I know people complain when you don't run labels for some reason, but the only people that it hurts by not running the labels is the government, so I don't know what the big deal is. But I did finally do that because I had some time. And we're gonna go fix the wastegate actuator on the turbo. I have one laying around. So hopefully no more boost issues, because I kind of want to know what this thing will do at the boost pressure that it needs to be, and then see what it does, you know, at say the 25-30 PSI that it's supposed to be at. So yeah, right now wastegate is not opening at all. So I know I feel dumb for doing this, but I'm gonna just admit it. Like, so the scale ticket I got earlier, it told me that my gross weight was like 13.6 or something like that, 13.8, I don't know. And I feel like that was definitely wrong, because that trailer was definitely well over like 5,000. Because I think the truck weighs like 8,200, which I will again get a scale ticket, hopefully in this video. That trailer was way over what that ticket was telling me that it would have been, because the GVWR on that trailer alone was like 11.5. So it said like the dry weight was like 8 or 9 on the sticker on the side. So the fact that it came up 13 something, I pulled onto the scale backwards and I don't think it read correctly. I am going to go get a scale ticket of this thing empty just to see what it weighs. Look, there he goes. And we'll go from there. So there's been a talk about me getting a wrap. I really want to. I haven't decided on something. I got a quote on like right around where it would be, so I know it'd be less than $4,000 to get this truck wrapped, which I know is kind of an insane amount of money. Somebody had mentioned that I should do a GoFundMe for it, and I've never really been for them. I kind of do want to pay for this, but I want to make sure that I'm making money first before I do it. I would like to do it around summertime, but the year's kind of like coming quick, so I don't know. I guess we'll see. All right, so I had this turbo laying around and I stole the actuator off of it, and hopefully, this one's not welded either, but hopefully it works, so, oof. All right, so I showed you guys, I got the wastegate actuator on yesterday. So like, it only builds like 20 pounds of boost. But then when you're really getting into it, it did go up to 30 empty. So we'll see what it does with the trailer. We're picking up a 5th wheel today, so I'm gonna get a scale ticket on that, and hopefully 3rd time's the charm. I get the damn scales right. Kind of curious on what boost pressure is gonna be. Also, the new thermostat things, we're sitting at like 195 on the coolant temp, and we're gonna check the miles per gallon when we get there. Hopefully we do a little bit better. So with the wastegate and the new thermostat, this thing should be running a hell of a lot better, even though it was running great before. Hopefully the MPG goes up a little bit. actuator and the thermostat, it looks like we did gain a couple miles a gallon at about, I'm doing like 70, 72, which puts my RPMs in between 1900 and 1950, somewhere around there. So I did the math. I got 15.33 miles per gallon over the 13 miles a gallon that we got prior. It was like 12.97, something like that. So we did pick up a few miles per gallon over it, and then the dry weight of the truck turned out to be 8,740 pounds with a 4,800 steer axle, and it was like 3940 on the drive axle. It said 8,740 pounds, so there you go. I also posted on Facebook and Instagram, so some of you guys have already seen it. Just for reference, so you can see what I'm seeing. 70 miles an hour, 1920 on the RPMs. So, coolant temp is also way higher, which I am so thankful for. That did fix the problem. Now I do gotta bleed it a couple more times just to make sure I did get all the air out. So, because I had pretty good heat, now I have like lukewarm, which is still way better than what it was, because I was getting ice cold air with the 180 thermostat that was from the factory. So I got a Napa like big block Dodge thermostat, and yeah, 195 to 199 it usually sits around with the front blocked off instead of the 167. So super happy about that too. Well, this is the parking lot. Again, we're picking another one up, and I need four-wheel drive again, because for some reason this thing does not like this parking lot. But going over this big hump here, 4 low, picking up this guy here, so I'll go over it in a little bit. Got the back down, so we'll be backing up to that. All right, there we go. We got it. I miss doing these, to be honest. I like doing fifth wheels. I mean, it sucks that it's snowing, and it is snowing. We got all the lights to work. Did I turn my four-ways off? No, I didn't. Good thing I checked, because I'd be driving down the road with four-ways on. Look at the squat. Look at the squat. Compared to the front, there's more room in the back. This thing's not even, it's actually lifted up. No, but seriously, so I put 65 pounds in the bag, so I think this will work. I'm gonna see how this new hitch does. I got a plate in between for the, what do you call it, the lube plate, so I got one of them. We'll see how this thing does. And I have it in my Amazon cart. I haven't ordered it yet. I'm gonna get one of these for in the bed. So now we're gonna have to use 4 low to get out of here. I know I've said that you don't need four-wheel drive to do this. This is 3 times now I've needed four-wheel drive to pick up from this exact location. So I'm using 4 low. We're gonna get this thing out of here. All right, next day we got 191 miles to go. And of course, the weather is absolutely terrible. It's 21 degrees, there's black ice in places. So we're just gonna keep on trucking. I'll probably end up start filming when I get there, and then we're gonna be headed home. Spend a couple days home probably, depending on if we have anything over the weekend, and we're gonna hit it hard, I guess, starting Monday again. So it's slicker than shit. There's a guy down there. They're backing down the fucking, what the hell? Oh, I see. Okay, that explains it. We're gonna have to throw it in 4-wheel drive. Drive required. Yeah, it's bad out here. So 2 semis trying to climb this mountain here, both of them got stuck, looks like halfway up, and they started backing down in the other lane, and then there was traffic held up. So definitely want to be careful out here today. Look at this. Like, it doesn't look that bad, but the commercial tires don't really do all that well in this weather. Well, we blew out our first tire. I'm sitting here getting fuel, waiting for this guy to move up so I can pull forward, and we lost the tire on the trailer. Wow. Brand new tires, brand new trailer, everything's brand new. Did my check this morning, everything was good. Pressures are good and whatnot. And somehow we blew out a tire in this weather. Luckily did not hurt the rim, but I'm gonna get that changed out. So yeah, just waiting on this guy to pull forward here. All right, so you guys can see over here, this is how tires are supposed to look. Okay, we'll come back around here. There's a spare, you know, decent tread, whatnot. And then there's this. So I'm gonna get this swapped out quick. Fun. Luckily no damage. Now we got it swapped out. Up over the curb. Jack sucks. So to prove my point, here is, I fixed the wastegate and it only builds 20 pounds of boost. So I'm limited on EGTs now instead of boost. So it's kind of a fight back and forth. So 212 on the coolant temp, 1150 on the EGTs, 20 pounds of boost. I'm gonna get a boost controller, like one of the eBay boost controllers or whatever, so that I can adjust the boost. I want 30 to 32. That would make me happy. And then we'll go from there. But the next whole week is gonna be basically me just trying to dial the truck in to get it perfect for towing. I want to be able to use all of the throttle instead of having to limit myself, because it has the power to pull this hill at 70 miles an hour, but you're gonna melt some pistons doing it. So I want to try to get the turbo dialed in to where it needs to be, and then I'll start messing with the fueling. I'm just gonna move the fuel plate back a little bit at a time to see where is like the perfect amount. And then I'm just gonna leave it there. So right now, like, it's super responsive when it was at 30 pounds of boost, so I wanna get that done first and then see where we're at with the EGTs. So it's coming together. It's gonna take a little bit of time to dial it in, but I feel like I can get the tuning down perfect, because the AFC, I feel, is already tuned as perfectly as I can get it. Like, it is responsive as all hell. So just maybe take some fuel out of it. Timing is like 17 or 18 degrees. So, but yeah, we'll keep chipping away at it, and I'm about to drop here in 135 miles at the Port of Baltimore. All right, well, we made it in. Oof, whatever I just dropped. Hopefully that wasn't too important. So, got through security, we got our escort, dropped my cheese back in.